Hello, students and alumni alike, and welcome back to the show FIXATION, where we talk about our students and the latest obsession. Today, we have a very special episode as we have another student coming from another campus, and her name is Shaniyah Woolridge. She is a senior at NC State University with a major in anthropology, minor in psychology, social work, and women and gender studies, and she is a part of the Zeta Phi Beta Sorority Incorporated of the Mu Xi chapter. And how are we doing today, Shaniyah?
I'm doing really good.
Really good. How do you feel about our campus coming all the way from NC State?
It's a bit small. I don't care for small, but you know, it's cute. Hey, I got plots. I like that.
Okay,
We
okay.
don't.
Oh, right, you don't. I forgot about that.
Yeah, we do not.
Okay, well, if any of you have seen any other episodes of FIXATIONs, you may have seen that we have some additions to the desk. Would you like to tell them why?
Yes, because my fixation is Coraline, the movie.
Ah.
I like the book too, but both.
It really is a classic. I can't name anyone that hasn't seen Coraline in my generation.
I have. I think that, like, whenever I'm getting to know people, that's one of the first questions, not first questions I ask, but like that's one of the questions I ask people is like, have you seen Coraline? Like I genuinely ask that like when I meet people and like getting to know them.
Okay, let's take turns. You tell me the first time you watched Coraline, and I'll tell you about my first time.
I'm pretty sure it's whenever it went, because I didn't see it in theaters, I didn't get to. So whenever it came out on like Blu-ray, and it was like, we had this like Redbox kind of thing, or Blockbuster, where you could go and rent movies. So I'm gonna say, I can't remember the month that Coraline came out, but you know, it was like 2009. So I'm gonna say late 2009 to 2010.
Okay. How did you feel when you first watched it?
I actually was really, really scared, but I think that like scared feeling like intrigued me a lot, because although I was scared, I thought that it was the most interesting thing I've ever watched. Like I've never seen anything like it, and I was just like so curious about it.
I was quite the opposite. Obviously, as you grow up, you fell in love with the movies you watched as a kid. I did not appreciate when I first watched it, because I saw all the trailers and promotion for it too, like coming up. But when I saw all the trailers when I was a kid, it just looked like, oh, another stop motion adventure. So I was like, cool. But then one day, me and my sister's parents, I'm a triplet, they all dropped us off at my grandmother's house for the weekend. And my grandmother was hyping up, you know what, guys? We're going to eat some dinner, and we're going to watch this new movie I just bought from Redbox. We were like, yeah! And we were so excited because we saw it was cool. And we were like, oh, we saw the trailers for this. This would be so cool. And then we watched it. And then I kid you not, by the end of the movie, we couldn't believe our grandmother made us watch this. We thought it was outrageous. And it was funny because we avoided things like Chucky for the longest times, only to realize that there's another world behind this killer. We were scared. We were very scared. I had a nightmare that night about that movie, about like the mother, I think, biting my head off. That's like the only nightmare I ever remembered as a kid. That's how scared I was. I think I remember running out of a Target because I saw a doll with buttons on it.
No, it literally made me want the doll. It made me want more Coraline stuff. I had to have everything Coraline.
I think it was I think it's like baby's first horror movie. It's not a horror movie, but like.
I personally, right now, I think that if Coraline was made in like 2025, I think Coraline would have like a PG-13 rating.
No, I think so too.
Yeah,
they would do
no
something like that.
This movie is PG.
What's your favorite character though?
In Coraline?
Yeah.
I feel like that's just hard to say. Coraline, I mean, Wybie's pretty cool, but like, Coraline, yeah.
Coraline?
I mean, yeah. Who else would be your favorite?
I like the cat.
I mean, he's pretty cool. He's pretty cool, but I feel like the cat in the movie, like, yes, he's a cat, but he really embodies a cat.
The cat resents names, saying, cats don't have names. Now you people have names because you don't know who you are. We know who we are, so we don't need names.
What is your favorite scene from the movie, or most interesting scene from the movie?
So my favorite scene from the movie would probably have to be like one of the scenes where she goes and she's looking for the souls of the children, or when she gets locked into the closet with the other children, not the other children, but with the children who had their eyes sewn. I think that one was my favorite because like you don't know much about these kids, and so when she gets locked in there and you're watching that go down, you're like, what's happening? Like I want to know more about them and stuff, and I think that's one of my favorites. But I also think the part where she's talking to the other Bobinskis and the rats fall out of him, I think that scared the out of me. Very scary, but I think that's one of my favorite scenes is like the Bobinsky talk. I think that's really, really fun. Really, really cool.
It's just hypothetically speaking. Would you yourself, if you were given the choice, go through the door?
I would have went through the door. I promise you I would have went through the door. I would have went
Thank
through
you.
the door. I would have let her sew the button.
Wait, whoa, wait, whoa. Whoa.
Yes.
Wait.
Yes. If she would have promised me all this stuff, girl, sew the buttons. What you doing? What is we waiting for? I think the first day. No, I wouldn't say the first day. But I think that like that second or third time that I went and she got me all of this stuff, because you gotta think like she caters it to what you like, not just what she thinks kids like, what you like. So I'm like, she bought me all these video games. She let me eat what I want. Girl, come on.
Yeah, but if you if you've seen the movie, if you get the button sewed onto your eyes, no, don't get me wrong, because I would also go through the door. However, from watching the movie, I know that I got at max 3 days before she tries to put buttons into my eyes.
But I feel like the only reason why she did that to Coraline with putting her in the closet and all this stuff is because the buttons on all of the things that were in her room, she knew what was happening. So she knew that Coraline was planning on leaving and never coming back. She literally said, "Goodbye, robots. I'm never coming back." But the other mother...
Yeah, gonna be honest, if she didn't say that, she probably would have been back at home.
Right, no. She would have just literally went in there, went to sleep, mind her business, closed her eyes. But at that point, she did not know that the doll was seeing everything, and that the eyes and that the soul sand was literally giving life to these objects, and they were being controlled by the other mother. And so she didn't know that.
That actually brings up to my next question, because I always had like a little theory in my head about this. So the other mother is able to see everything because of the button eyes, right?
And the soul sand.
Yeah, and the soul sand. So that makes me wonder, is the other mother, is she just a separate entity in the world, or is the other mother is the world?
I love this question. Okay, so basically in the book, it says that there is something in the other world and through that tunnel that is literally older than her. So basically, I think that the other mother is like a witch that came across this otherworldly thing, and then she's using her power on top of the older thing's power. Like literally in the book, it says that the tunnel feels alive and warm, like the inside of someone's mouth.
Because it was looking like gaping, like wasn't it like pumping like veins in the movie?
So at the end, that's where it was like more old and like an entity. But in the book, it was never this like cutesy purplish green color. Like it was never like that.
Yeah.
In the book, it was always scary. But in the movie, it's a lot of differences between the book and the movie. But so yeah, I don't think that the other mother, she didn't create that. Like she creates what's in it, but she didn't create the thing itself, the other world itself. I think she came across it.
Understood.
Yeah. And theories. I hate Coraline theorists on YouTube.
You hate them?
I hate them so much. I hate them so much.
Why?
Okay, I brought my...
Yeah, she came completely prepared for this part, so we already know how this is gonna go. So I'm just gonna put this here, and I'm just gonna yeah, there we go. Just gonna add that track, and here we go.
So Coraline theories, okay. If you've ever looked up YouTubers who do Coraline theories, you will notice that they don't have just one video.
No.
They have like 10,000s of videos on this one movie, and they drag it out. I used to actually really love these theorists like when I was a kid and like when I was growing up and I was like watching these YouTubers. But YouTubers like the Fangirl, the Theorizer, and CZ's World. CZ's World doesn't really do a lot of them. He's done a few, but the Fangirl and the Theorizer, they literally bring the movie out the neck. Like I'm telling you, I don't like the theory was the cat that the cat was a bad guy. I hate that theory, but people say that it makes sense because the cat was like skimmish at first, and he wasn't trying to help Coraline at first. That's literally what a cat is. That's what a cat does. Like I didn't understand that. I hate that theory. There's also the theory that the Beldam wanted Coraline to win, like the whole thing was planned out and they wanted Coraline to win. I think that is a very dry and boring theory. Literally, you can apply this theory to a whole lot of stuff. It's like that reverse psychology theory type thing. It's really annoying. Also, I've heard a theory that literally the cat is related to Wyborn's family.
No.
Why were you born? Ivy's family.
Great. How? Tell me for the evidence for that theory right now. I would love to hear the evidence.
Because the cat is black.
Corporate needs you to find the differences between this picture and this picture. They're the same picture.
There's also the theory that the Beldam's eyes, the Beldam used her eyes to create the world. That's why she doesn't have eyes.
Huh?
I don't know. That's literally a theory, is that the Beldam used her eyes to create the world.
The movie is an hour and 30 minutes.
There's also like strong symbolism in the movie and in the book with like mice and rats. So in like this cutesy world, you know, whenever Coraline first gets there, the mice are mice. They're not these big fat rats. And I think that it's cool to see how like rats are like seen as like disgusting and nasty, but mice, they're cute. But I just think, I just thought that was just so weird how like rats are not cool, but mice are. There's a theory that the other YB and the other dad are both humans. That she takes humans.
I thought the theory was that the other dad started out as a pumpkin.
Well, that's true. Like, that's literally true. Like, she literally says in the movie, oh, your dad must be as hungry as a pumpkin right now. That's literally true. Like, the dad is literally a pumpkin. But there's a theory that YB, the other YB with the mouth closed, and the other father are both human adult victims. Like literally, and this other girl, I cannot remember her name, but her theories are so foolish. She literally made a theory and said that both the cat and the other mother were fairies.
Huh?
Because they had something in common about being able to transport through time, and that you don't know the other mother's name and you don't know the cat's name. Maybe because it's a cat. Maybe it's because it's a cat. And it may be because the other mother is literally an entity so old. Her name is like Miriam. They're like, oh, well, if you know the name of the fairies, then you have power over the fairies. I'm just so sorry. Like, literally certain things have characteristics of other things doesn't mean that it is that thing.
Fair.
So I really don't like Coraline theories.
Time! B-Roller wins!
Ooh, we actually answered a lot of my questions through the theory bit. But no, you're good, because now we're down to my final question of our night. Do you think the other mother really loved her children? Specifically, did she really love Coraline?
I think that the other mother did. I think that she did. I think that she wants something to love, but she, like the cat said,
She wants something to love. I think something that isn't her. Or maybe she just loves something to eat.
Eat? That's ridiculous. Mothers don't eat daughters.
I don't know. How do you taste?
she wants something to love, but she also loves something to eat. And she gotta eat. But like, she loves him. I think that she loves him. I think that the love just runs out. I guess, I don't know, but I guess that's not love then. She didn't. Maybe she didn't, but like part of me also believes that she does. But like in her weird freakish way. In her weird freakish way, she loves her children. But yeah.
Is that all you have for me today?
I think that's it, yeah.
Okay, well, thank you for coming on to our show. I was very happy to talk about this beautiful movie. And hopefully you catch up on the next episode of Fixations. Thank you for being my guest.
Of course, of course.
And that ends our week's Fixation. Please support the official release of any source material you've seen used in this episode, and all information and music used will be located on your screen for you right now. And hey, if you want to be in the show, I will leave my information down on the screen for you as well, or you can just come talk to me anytime you wish on Faithful State University. Thank you for watching, and tune in for next week's Fixation.